Beruchim Abbaim B'Shem Hashem. It's always wonderful, as usual, to see everyone coming together to share Divrei Torah and Parashat TERUMA. Before we begin, I just want you to know that today, what we are going to talk about falls under the category of Devarim Peshutim. Devarim Peshutim means there are some simple, fundamental ideas in life that along the way, with the routine of life, with the pace of life that we are living, sometimes we forget fundamentals, certain things that are extremely simple ideas, that when we stop and think about them, we have a chance again to rethink and repractice and reliving life in a little deeper, more truthful way possible. So there are Devarim Peshutim, and the reason I'm speaking about them is because I do feel that when I speak about them, if I speak about them enough, one day they will have an impact on me personally to create the kind of life HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to live by. You know that in Limud Torah, when we learn the Torah, we learn the mitzvot, we are facing a mitzvot in the Torah, that when we read the mitzvah, we feel connected to it simply because apparently it makes sense. It makes sense logically to us. You learn a mitzvah in the Torah of whatever, Hashavat Avedah. You learn the mitzvah of Hashavat Avedah, you walk on the street, someone lost an item that belonged to him, and you find it, that there is a sign on it, you can identify who the owner is. And the Torah said, Hashev teshivim le'achicha, you shall return the item to your friend, the one who lost it. You listen to this mitzvah, you feel very, very warm, loving, and caring, and it makes sense. Someone lost an item that is important to him. Be kind, be nice, be caring, and give it back. It makes sense when the Torah said there is a mitzvah of kabedet avicha ve'et imecha, you shall honor your parents. After all, your parents invested their entire life for you. And this is a time to give back, and this is a time to recognize the appreciation. We're not going into the deep meaning of every single mitzvah, but just a general idea. When we read this mitzvah, it makes sense to us. We say, sure, absolutely. It's a kind of a mitzvah that I can relate to. But there are kind of mitzvot that when we look at them and we pay attention to the mitzvah, we are asking for an explanation. It's not a kind of a mitzvah that we can call a natural thing. Even as simple as mitzvah tefillin. You need to put tefillin in the morning. You have tefillin shel yad and tefillin shel rosh. And there are some parashiot inside, and the way you put it, and how you put it, and where you place it. Okay, what is it? We are asking for explanation. We want to understand the meaning of it. All fair, all great. But there are mitzvot in the Torah that when we learn about them, apparently we find them to be very, very difficult mitzvot to understand because we don't really know the meaning of it. And it doesn't have to be all the way through paraduma, the mitama et tahor, mitaheret et tameh. It can be even shatnez and all kinds of kilaim and all kinds of mitzvot. Those kinds of mitzvot that when we are facing them, we are saying, well, what's the meaning of it? And we are searching for some understandings. All of this is great. But apparently the parasha we have today, Parashat TERUMA, Ezrat Hashem, that we shall read. And by the way, for Parashat TERUMA, I know you know that, Mishenichnas Adar, we are a day after Rosh Chodesh Adar, Mishenichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha. This is a very special, holy, happy, joyful moment. and times for Am Yisrael all over the world. And in parentheses, I want to take advantage of these moments to wish every single one of us, every single one of Am Yisrael all over the world, that we should experience a wonderful, wonderful times of joy, of simcha. משנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה. בעזרת Hashem, this Shabbat, we are going to read בשמחה, Parashat TERUMA. Parashat TERUMA basically speaks about the mitzvah Kadosh Baruch Hu commanded Moshe Rabbeinu to do. And when Moshe Rabbeinu, not us, when Moshe Rabbeinu heard about this mitzvah of Beniyat Mishkan, Ve'asuli Mikdash Ve'shachanti Betocham, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu asked Moshe Rabbeinu for the mitzvah of building a house, building a place, building a structure, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come and dwell, the Shekhinah Kedosha, within Am Yisrael. When Moshe Rabbeinu heard this mitzvah, this command, there is a phenomenal midrash in Yilkut Shimoni, and the midrash said that when Moshe Rabbeinu Shelosha Devarim, Shama Moshe Rabbeinu mipi HaGevurah, and listen to the words, Shama Moshe Rabbeinu mipi HaGevurah, ונבהל ונרתע לאחוריו. ונרתע לאחוריו. Moshe Rabbeinu did not ask for explanations. Moshe Rabbeinu was not wondering what's the meaning of this mitzvah. Moshe Rabbeinu was in a total shock to the way that the Midrash said, ונרתע לאחוריו, he pulled himself out. He pulled himself back. What do you want me to do? To build you a Mishkan? To build you, Borei Olam, a house? As the Midrash continues to say, said Moshe Rabbeinu to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hine Hashamayim u'shemei Hashamayim lo yechalkelucha. The whole world is living by your presence. There is not enough world, there is not enough space, a room in the entire world to hold your Shekhinah within it. ואתה אומר לי, ועשו לי מקדש, and you tell me to build you a house? How in the world this mitzvah is possible to fulfill? Moshe Rabbeinu is in a total shock. How can I do such a thing? What's the meaning of it? We know times when Moshe Rabbeinu asked for explanations of the mitzvah. We even know times when Moshe Rabbeinu said, I don't know how to do it. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu to make the menorah, nitkasha Moshe Rabbeinu ba'asiyat menorah, until HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, miksha te'aseh menorah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu made it for him. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu asked Moshe Rabbeinu for מחצית השקל, נתקשר משה רבנו במחצית השקל, until HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed him, הראה HaKadosh Baruch Hu למשה רבנו מטבע של אש, a coin of fire, and told him, זה ייתנו, this is how you should do it. But either way, there is a great difference between Moshe Rabbeinu is asking for explanation, or even say, I understand that, but I don't know how to do it, to this mitzvah that Moshe Rabbeinu heard from HaKadosh Baruch Hu to build a Mishkan. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking to build him a house. דבר אל בני ישראל ויקחו לי תרומה מאת כל איש אשר ידבנו ליבו, תיקחו את תרומתי ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם. I want you to build me a house so I can dwell in your place. Said HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Moshe Rabbeinu, relax. Do not worry, don't get in shock, don't panic. Don't be nirta le'achorav. It's not such a complicated thing. All I'm asking you to do, it's a little kerashim from here, a little kerashim from that. Make it a little space. Make it a little beautiful structure. ואני יורד ומצמצם שכינתי לתוכו. And I will come and I will dwell in this mikdash, in this place. So, Moray Rabotai, the first question that comes in it is, Be'emet, the concern that Moshe Rabbeinu had, it's pretty simple and real. Because when we think in the context of understanding the metziut of Borei Olam in this world, Moshe Rabbeinu is saying, "Inei hashamayim u'shemei hashamayim lo yechalkelucha." There is no place without you in this entire universe. In any universe on the planet and above the planet and before the planet and after the planet. There is no place. You are everything. So when Moshe Rabbeinu is asking this question, it's really the essence of our understanding of what it means for Borei Olam to really go and dwell in a small structure, physical structure. And that's the first thing that is important for us to understand. What is the actual meaning of this mitzvah? What is the conversation between Moshe Rabbeinu and HaKadosh Baruch Hu? However, there is another point raised by all the Hachamim, all the Parshanim, all the commentaries on the Torah, that are basically asking that if you pay attention to Parashat Teruma, there is something very interesting. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking us to build him a house. Fine, to build a Mishkan. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to build us the Mishkan, we know that building a house costs money and requires some funds. No problem. And in order to build the Mishkan, you need the funds. How are you going to pay for building the Mishkan? HaKadosh Baruch Hu suggested or requested or commanded, if you wish, that the way Am Yisrael are going to build the Mishkan is by fundraising, which, by the way, this is probably the first fundraising program exists in the world, as far as we know. And by the way, it was a very, very successful one, but this is for a different day. So here is the deal. The way the order should have been is, I want you to build me a house, a Mishkan. The Mishkan costs money. Where you're going to get the money from is through fundraising. Fair enough, as the parasha called Parashat Teruma. Sorry. Parashat Teruma. So what's the goal? The Mishkan. What's the means? The Teruma. In theory, that's what it should be like. But if you read the Torah, it's exactly the opposite. It doesn't say in the Torah, וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ויבנו לי מקדש. And the way I want them to build me the mikdash is ויקחו תרומה לבנות את המקדש. So the command is to build a mikdash, and then how you going to fund it? Go fundraise. If you see in the Torah, it's exactly the opposite. וידבר השם אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ויקחו לי תרומה. The mitzvah, the main part of the mitzvah is to take teruma. Okay? Take teruma, incredible. For what? Oh, for the Mishkan. Why is the order got misplaced? Instead of saying, I want the Mishkan, and the way to build the Mishkan is through fundraising, versus the way it actually mentioned in the Torah, that first comes the teruma, then comes the Mishkan. It's a very famous question, but it's something, again, as I said before, this is a simple thing for us to understand. But the third part, before we go into what the parasha is all about, what the Mishkan is all about, the third part of it that requires some attention, a very important attention, has to do with the ultimate question, the Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us. The Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us is Torah Chaim. Torah Chaim means that every single second in our lives, from the moment we receive the Torah until the end of times, we need to serve Borei Olam through the Torah. And when you pay attention to it, we have 4 parashiot in the Torah, 4 full parashiot in the Torah that's speaking about the Mishkan. Parashat TERUMA, Parashat Tetzaveh, Parashat Vayekhel, and Parashat Pekudei. 4 parashiyot in the Torah speaking and teaching us about the Mishkan. How to build the Mishkan, what from, the kelim of the Mishkan, and how to place them, and how to build them, what's the material, what's the measurements. We have a very, very, very clear blueprint of how to build a Mishkan in 4 parashiyot in Toratenu HaKedosha. But the obvious question is, why this entire information is relevant? How is it relevant to us? There is no Mishkan anymore. Bet HaMikdash, for example, is a place that Am Yisrael had to build. And if not b'chatta'enu harabim u'ba'avonotenu hamerubim, Bet HaMikdash should have been in place today. Bet HaMikdash, the permanent structure of Bet HaMikdash, in theory, should have been every day. Be'ezrat Hashem, May Borei Olam will show us, v'tehezena einenu b'shuvcha leTzion berachamim. May Borei Olam will bring us back Bet HaMikdash. B'chadash Hashem, konenu yadecha. We are waiting for the Bet HaMikdash to come down complete and beauty as it always been. But the Mishkan was a temporary structure. The Mishkan was a temporary place for Am Yisrael through 40 Shana b'Midbar and a certain period of time in Eretz Yisrael until Bet HaMikdash was built. But the Mishkan was not a structure that has any relevancy, apparently, any relevancy to our life today. So the question is, why is it that the Torah spent 4 parashiyot in the Torah, 4 parashiyot of teaching us about the Mishkan, and in reality, we don't have anything to do with this today. So what's the relevancy of it? Boy, Rabotai, as I said at the very beginning, we are going to be very simple, very straight, but very real. It could be very, very truthful to say that what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is speaking in building the Mishkan, and what Moshe Rabbeinu is asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the whole entire concept of the Mishkan, comes to serve a very, 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 very serious concern that HaKadosh Baruch Hu had for the life of Am Yisrael since the moment Borei Olam gave Torah to Am Yisrael. Since the moment HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Torah to Am Yisrael, alongside with it came a concern. What was the concern? The concern is that we as people, we as Jews, have the tendency, even if we learn the Torah, when we learn the mitzvot, when we learn the Torah, we get very, very inspired. We get very excited to learn the Torah. Another pasuk, another chumash. We learn another Mishnah, we learn another Gemara, another Midrash, and we are amazed by the wisdom of Borei Olam, but Chochmato Yitbarach Shemo. We are learning the Torah, we are part of the Torah, we are excited to learn it. We can even give lectures about Torah. We can learn it, we can know it, we can teach it. Yet, it has nothing to do with the way we actually practicing life on a daily basis at home. It might have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, a lot of intellectual power. I know this Torah, I learned this Torah, I learned this Gemara, and I finished the Masechet. I can even finish the Shas. What is this entire Torah has to do with me getting angry? Nothing. What is this Torah and how much power this Torah has if on Shabbat table, around Shabbat table, I am dying to share some juicy Lashon Hara about someone that I know? Does the Torah that I learned, does the Torah that I know, does the Torah that I am speaking about has enough power to make sure that וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך. Does the Torah made an impact not on my brain, but on my actual life practice every day? Is there a connection between what I know and what I do? Is there a place to give lectures between Pesach and Lag BaOmer on 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva that passed away, שלא נהגו כבוד זה בזה? Is that 33 days have enough power to teach me how to actually practice נהגו כבוד זה בזה? Am I a talented human being that has an enormous power to give lectures on Churban Beis Hamikdash because of Sinat Hinam? Because people did not like each other, because people hated each other. I am suffering, I am fasting, I am keeping the minhagim of Tisha B'Av, of Shloshet HaShavuot, of Shavua Shechal Bo, with all the tiktukim. How much of that knowledge moved into my actual practice in life to really create Ahavat Hinam? Or Sinat Hinam is just a nice topic for lectures, and just something nice to speak against. But in the moment of truth, and in the moment of real communication, real connection, real encounters with people, am I able to be Ohev Hinam there too? Or Torah Has V'Shalom, it's just a piece of knowledge? When I'm coming to Bet HaKnesset or in any other place, and someone is not exactly dressed up the way I think he should, and I learned, והבדן את כל האדם לקו זכות. Is הבדן את כל האדם לקו זכות a suggestion of some smart people? Or הבדן את כל האדם לקו זכות, this is the holy power of Torat Elokim Haim that was given to us through those Tanaim HaKedoshim in the Mishnah, and this is the way of life, not the way of speaking or learning it. From the first moment, Rabbotai, does the Torah have that power? If I'm standing up in an airport in Hong Kong or in any, it's not a good idea to use Hong Kong today as an example, but in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the world, and I'm hungry, I'm really hungry, and I'm after 15 hours flight, and there is a little bagel place and a little breakfast coffee place, and I'm going through there and I smell it, and it smells incredibly attractive. I really want it. I'm hungry. I'm not in the mood of a banana. I'm not in the mood of an apple. I'm in the mood of a good smelling, great, warm bagel. but it's not kosher. And no one is there. No one is there. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. Do I have enough power from the Torah that I learned to stand up like a powerful human being and look at this bagel and say, you smell good, you probably taste good, but I'm stronger? To myself, nobody knows. Nobody will ever know. Morai ve'rabotai, what we are talking about is to make the linkage, to make the connection between what I know and what I do. In the general business world, people say, knowledge is everything. We all know that it's a complete wrong statement. Knowledge is nothing. What you're doing with the knowledge, how you interpret knowledge and shift knowledge into execution space, that's what matters. It's not how much you know. It is about what you do with what you know. And this is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling Am Yisrael. I taught you the Torah. I gave you the Torah. And it's all beautiful. And it's all for you. You're going to sit and learn the Torah. You're going to learn the mitzvot. You're going to learn the maaseh of Avotenu HaKedoshim. You're going to learn it. You're going to know it. You're going to be inspired by it. But that's not enough. That's not enough. What I want you to do is, I want you, ve'asu li mikdash. Ve'asu li mikdash means, I want you to build your own mikdash in your own place. V'shachanti betocham. I want you to build your own home, your own family, and I want you to open the door and invite me in. Don't invite me in by your words. Don't invite me in by your kind words. Invite me in by your practices. And when a person will ever knock on your door and ask for tzedakah, don't you ever play the richest man in town that is doing a favor to the poor guy. That's not how the Torah works. The Mishnah Masechet Avot said, when a person knocks on your door and is asking for charity, listen to the words. It's extremely powerful. The Mishnah said, Ten lo mishelo, she'ata v'shelcha shelo. When a person knocks on the door, you give to the poor guy from the money that belongs to someone else, not to you. It's money that belongs to Borei Olam. You give from what Borei Olam gave because you and your money belongs to Borei Olam. When we have this kind of attitude, when you open the door and you welcome Borei Olam to your life, when you welcome Borei Olam v'shachanti betocham, said the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as I said, is devarim peshutim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is asking v'shachanti betocham, let me dwell in your life, in your practical life, in the way you manage and conduct actions in your own house, in the way that you speak to your wife, in the way you educate your kids, in the way you are eating, in the way you are making a beracha before you eat anything, is the way, the tonality, the choice of words you're using when you speak to people. Ve'asu li mikdash v'shachanti betocham. Borei Olam is asking Moshe Rabbeinu to ask Am Yisrael to build a mishkan, every single one of us, and to welcome Borei Olam to this mishkan. That is what Moshe Rabbeinu says. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, נרתע משה לאחריו. said Moshe Rabbeinu to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and השמיים ושמי השמיים לא יכלכלוך. You have no place empty of your presence. Said HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's not about my presence. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about Am Yisrael. It's about you inviting me to your space. And we ask the question, why this is relevant? Because this is not just about the Mishkan here. The Mishkan here is the example of every single Mishkan, Rabotai, that we have to build in our own homes, in our own lives. And when we can build a Mishkan and allow HaKadosh Baruch Hu to get in, the only way to do it is by first do the TERUMA, then build a Mishkan. What is the TERUMA? TERUMA is the sacrifices. TERUMA are the challenges that we have to sacrifice for. Because we are human beings. We have all kinds of challenges in midot, in ta'avot, in retzonot, in difficulties, in bumps on the road. Yes, we might be in a challenge at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to Bet HaKnesset, to pray to Borei Olam, or go to a business meeting. It could be a challenge. It could be a dilemma. Should I forget about tefillah now and go for my parnasa? Yes, if we believe that we are the people that create the parnasa. But here is the challenge of emunah. If I believe that the one who brings me the parnasa is Borei Olam, then what is the question whether or not first go to Bet HaKnesset, first put the tefillin on, first pray to Borei Olam, then go to the business? Because who in the end of the day closed the deal? Me or Borei Olam? Those challenges, said HaKadosh Baruch Hu, v'ikhu li teruma, first teach them to bring the sacrifice. Teach Am Yisrael to open up in actions. Because the only thing that matters and the only thing that will make us close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the way we act. It's the way we conduct our lives. And that is, Rabotai, we're going to cut it short a little bit today. But I think that's a very, very important message to all of us. To Be'ezrat Hashem, really open our homes, open our hearts, open our minds to welcome Borei Olam in, to let HaKadosh Baruch Hu dwell with us. And in any situation in life, understand that Borei Olam is there and consult with Him if what we want to do is lesvi'ut retzono, is what Borei Olam wants us to do. We always have to remember that HaKadosh Baruch Hu melech kol haaretz kevodo, He's with us. And en od milevado is not a campaign, a political campaign. And this is not a slogan. This is not a marketing slogan. En od milevado is kepshuto mamash. We should always, Rabotai, open life, open a space in every place we go to welcome Borei Olam to life. And when we can connect, ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, Rabotai, the beracha that we are going to pull in to our lives, to our homes, to our families, will be literally speaking, beracha ad belidai. Azot Hashem, we should have the zechut to bring HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to hug Him, to love Him, to bring Him in, so we can really live life of joy, of love, of success, of meaning, of purpose. Be'ezrat Hashem, as I started at the very beginning, יהי רצון שהקדוש ברוך הוא will give us the zechut, משנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה, but not only for חודש אדר, but from חודש אדר, throughout the entire life. בעזרת השם, שבת שלום תהיה.